The work is around illusion. Everything is like, it seems to be similar, but suddenly something moves and an illusion passes and you can see, oh, it's strange, oh, surprise. This is the objective of Jean Dubuffet, the artist, is to speak about that, about the illusion and about surprise.
Coucou Bazar really brought together a bunch of Dubuffet's ideas around the flattening of hierarchies. He described his desire to speak to the man or the woman on the street, and that really they are the people that he wanted to delight and enchant.
You have two costumes. One is le patibulaire. This is the biggest. The costume is heavy. You can't do a lot of movement. And the other character is néantaire. If you have time to test both, you will see when you are le patibulaire, you are le patibulaire. And when you are néantaire, this is similar.
I remember in the call out, it said these costumes are cumbersome. There were warnings. And I thought, how is it going to feel? Is it going to be really uncomfortable? But it's not.
It's a kind of distilled idea of what the body is. The body's reduced to almost like nervous tics. You can't really stretch out and freely express yourself in those costumes. And that's what's interesting about it, that actually he created choreography by limiting movement.
When we're working with Elodie, the choreographer, and she was saying the movement needs to be dictated by the character and by the costume, I was wondering how easy that would be, because it's quite easy to like put what you want to happen or what you want it to look like onto a performance.
It's very important to feel costumes. This is the priority, okay? You can't do what you want. You have to feel. This is the spirit of your performance, to feel costume and then to tell you a story. You have to find a story for you.
We tried out both yesterday, Lily and I, and we've decided that these are the characters that fit us better.
Being inside the costume definitely feels like you're in a different universe. You kind of get transformed or like taken into that universe as the costume is assembled. You do kind of feel this kind of transformation into this like new world.
You are not a human being, you are le patibulaire and néantaire. You are like an extraterrestrial, or I don't know.
Everything you said this morning is very helpful.
Really? Really?
Yeah, really, really.
Lily, it's okay. I think you can do it more aggressive, more like a vibration, a big vibration. Yes, perhaps you are in an immobility and suddenly, yeah, better. So Tamara, can you show me a big breath? And perhaps you can do it with your arm open. Suspension, yes, with your arm it's okay, biggest. Okay, nice. I think you understand everything.
One of the ambitions or goals for Pace Live is to animate history, to really look back at key works that very much speak to now.
You can actually sort of see the sweat marks inside of people who have worn her before and who have played her. And it feels a nice connection to the history. Feeling those sweat marks on you sounds a bit disgusting, but it's not. It feels like a really lovely connection.
The kind of moonwalking element of it is something you don't have to pretend. You don't have to like try to make that image or that illusion. It just kind of happens because of the weight of the costume and because of how slowly you have to like navigate transitioning of weight and things. So yeah, it's an amazing feeling.
No movement is extraneous. Everything is very deliberate, a sort of conversation with the audience, hopefully surprising them as soon as they get lulled into one rhythm. We change it up and do something unexpected. That's what we're aiming to do, I think.
Artists have been having conversations between generations for centuries. They're the ones that promote change, promote progress, or promote a looking back over the shoulder. And that's something that Pace Live is distinctly placed to do. So it's really about animating history and making it present. No culture exists in a vacuum. It owes something to something else. And I think that's the beauty of performance. It's very much a learned, expressive form that's passed on from person to person and decade to decade.